Yeah. Really appreciate everybody for watching, man. My name is Law Nation, LAW Nation. We're going to talk a little bit about the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, it's a pivotal moment for us. Why is it pivotal? It's still early in the season. Yes, we're second place in the division. Shout out to the Eagles for having that crown for a few seconds, right? I know. A lot of people are going to look at this thing and say, well, it is what it is, Cowboy Nation. But I will say this. We okay. We are right. No need to fret. Now, division games are always tricky. We play each other rough and rugged. I know the low-hanging fruit would be that, hey, the Cowboys don't play anybody, or the division is trash right now. And we got all of these negative issues going on right now, right? Shout out to you, Rocky, man. Really appreciate you. But here's the reality of it. Everybody got to play the full 16 weeks. That's the reality of it. Shout out to you, Donald, man. Really appreciate you for tuning in. So my thing is this right here, Cowboy Nation. When we think about it and when we see the things that goes along with this team, and yes, Mike McCarthy, I will say this once again. I still got to give him 16 weeks. But for so far right now, I'm looking at Mike McCarthy like, come on, bro. Come on. He's not making it easy for me, especially the way he got loose lips and the way he talk about things, right? Oh, my goodness, I digress. But I will say this too, Cowboy Nation. When you think about it, this team is this team. We got a plethora of injuries. We can look at it like that. Shout out to you, James. Man, let me put that up there. Man, it says, Law, you the GOAT. Man, you the GOAT, fam. You the GOAT, fam. But Q&A time. I'm going to do Q&A, and then I'll get to my other points right here. Law Nation, why don't we make no trades, bro? Oh, man, that's a good situation right there. Why we don't do trades is this, because just think of the Joneses as people that never want to be wrong. They always right with their decisions. They always right with their thought track. And when you look back at it, ever since 1995, although we may be the ones that's hurting, we may be the ones that's falling off in misery, they're winning. Oh, Law, you lied, man. How they the ones that's winning? Well, here's how they win. They win by this alone. Somebody built a $3.5 billion playpen. $3.5 billion. Oh, they didn't stop there, baby. They built a $2.5 billion workout facility where you can work out, stretch out, get all of your legils ready. You can get everything going. And we haven't won anything since then. Oh, somebody with the same breath got elected or honored to be a Hall of Fame general manager before Jimmy Johnson. See how that thing work out. So when you talk about trade actions, that's why it's not happening, because they feel like they got their guys and they got what they got going on. Now, Quinnen Williams, he's out there on the market. I think that you can send some trades situation to them, but they would not pick that up. Or you can trade the draft capital. But like I said on my live feed, the reason why trading your draft picks is not sexy to them, because it's unmarketable. You can market the heck out of trade picks, or you can market the heck out of draft picks, I meant to say. Mike McCarthy, this is from Donald. He says Mike McCarthy is easygoing for right now, but I want the old school Mike McCarthy. Crystal Ball, man, what's good, man? Without Dak, we done for the year. Yeah. But I don't want to stop fighting. I want us to continue to fight. That's my battle cry. We still got to fight. We still got to say to ourselves, we are not folding up like lawn chairs. We're not folding up like those folding chairs. When you're in church and you got so many people, they start bringing out those little folding chairs. That's not us. That's not us calling. We're not finna do that. We are the mighty Cowboys. We play through the echoes of the whistle. We supposed to have that type of heart, mind, and determination to go and continue to fight. What's up with you, man? Tyler, what's good with you? Really appreciate you for tuning in. Here we go. Here we go. Clifford, this is a good one. Why not apologize to Jimmy Johnson and make him the GM? Promise we'll get back to greatness. It don't work that way though. Look, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to tell people that make $50,000 a year what to do. It's for dog it hard to tell people that make $80,000 a year what to do. Can you imagine trying to tell a not millionaire, billionaire what to do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start me a GoFundMe channel. I'm gonna start me a whole GoFundMe page. And Jerry Wayne Jones said, now this is what he said. He would sell the team for no less than 10 billion. So you mean to tell me if I come up with $11 billion, he will buy this team? He allowed me to buy this team from him? That's what I'm gonna do. Now anybody start a GoFundMe page before I get to it, I still help you out, but y'all know where it came from, right? It came from me. Let's start a GoFundMe page and we can start making those donations to help grow the nations. I promise you, with every penny, if I can get to $11 billion, my first hire would be Jimmy Johnson. My first hire, it would be Jimmy. It would be Jimmy Johnson. My dog, what's good with you? My dog, Marvin, man, what's good with you? Unfortunately, because Jerry Jones doesn't like to admit that he was wrong. Y'all saw how he said with the unnamed guys, the anonymous situation. I was gonna play that, but my day been crazy. I've been working from sun up to sundown. I've just been burning the whatever you call it as relates to working today. So I didn't have any free time to post it, but it was on 105.3 The Fan. And he said, hey, you think that a reporter is gonna put pressure on me? I didn't become a billionaire. Basically, I'm paraphrasing, by mistake. You know, I didn't get where I'm at by mistake, and especially by news clippings, press clippings, and anything that anybody say. I'm Jerry Wayne Jones, basically. So they miss me with that, right? Yeah, you have too much pride. Yes, indeed. What we have over here. What's up, man? Real Talk 100. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, fam. Really appreciate everybody that's tuning in. This team will continue to struggle because of Jerry. Will never fire himself as the GM. No, he would never fire himself as the GM unless something catastrophically happened, you know. And 9 times out of 10, this dude got, you know, money pays him money. You know what I'm saying? That's how much money he got. You know, that's how much money he got. Imagine they fire McCarthy, keep Moore as head coach for the next 10 years. This is from Barrero. I hope I said your name right, man. My hooked on funny reading is not that great. But I will say this. You're right. Because I saw the clipping where Mike McCarthy was saying, no. Kellen Moore was the guy that I saw and I really wanted to keep. And he was one of the reasons why I used him as a proposal to get the job. And then I look back and I start pulling back some things and I said, so you use Kellen Moore to get the job, but when you got the job, you kind of said that, hey, I really didn't watch all the tape. I really didn't watch everything as relates to every single play. I was just saying that to get the job. And then he chuckled. And Stephen Jones made the weirdest laugh you can think of. Somebody can find the clip and post it below. Since we're on Facebook, y'all can post those things below once the video is finished uploading, what have you, or once the live stream is over. And I puzzled myself. I started to think, what if that brother was lying to kick him? Now, I don't blame him, you know, for billionaires trying to interview me. Then, dog it, I'm going to figure out how to say yes. You know, I'm going to figure out how to say yes. I was the top of my class. People was looking on my paper to get the answers, right? Especially when you've been out of a job for a full year. Yeah, I'll be saying, man, I watched every game. I knew what your problem was. It wasn't the offense. I think Mike McCarthy probably lied to kick it, right? and then he put all of his boys on, right? He put every one of his boys on. You know, it's like me getting the job, and all of a sudden I'm hitting up my dog, Big Gabe James, saying, Skywalker, man, I know y'all don't got the credentials, but dog, I'm gonna bring you on into the fold. Oh yeah, let me holler at my dog, Vaj Lombardi. Yeah, let me have him be the scouting personnel. Oh, LeCoyer Media, let me hit him up. Let him be the film breakdown guy as well. Oh, let me hit up my Cowboys family. Let me bring Joe Boo Sports, man, to have the doll all around the place, you know, and let me hit up West Coast Cowboys too. Let me have him out there on the feed, on the field, and these sorts of things. Let me hit up everybody that I'm in touch with, and I'm putting everybody on, and we don't have not 1 ounce of experience, but I already sold it, and I wrapped it up in a bow tie and said, yeah, we going to the Super Bowl, baby. Newsflash. We can probably still, with our talent, win at least 1 game. And think about it. We could probably get the Cowboys to win 1 game. Right or wrong. Right or wrong. It's dink and dunk. Well, we'll find that out. It's a Kellen Moore play calling is very hard to watch. Well, my thing is with Kellen Moore play calling, and I believe this guy named Michael Lombardi, he got a wonderful podcast. Check him out, man. He actually scouted for Bill Parcells, Bill Belichick. He worked with a numerous of people, but he got his own podcast. His name is Michael Lombardi, and he going at Kellen Moore's throat at any chance or any opportunity that he can. And some of the stuff that he's saying, I'll be like, yeah, he kind of right on that. He's spitting the real with that. So he was saying that Kellen Moore's offense is more of like Madden, PlayStation, like, you know. And when you look back and you think about it, yeah. Kellen Moore probably been better suited to call the plays for Dak Prescott, but for Andy Dalton, it may not be his best cup of tea. Yes, indeed. Nothing out of the gate to punch. Yeah, they're the D down on their feet. Yeah, you're right. Let me see what Jonathan's saying over here. This team has lost its soul when Dak got hurt. No one else on this team is willing to fill the void. It's too soon to say that, though, Jonathan. Gadsden is too soon. Senior. So that means you got a junior out there. It's too soon to say that. It's too soon. You know, I recall, and I always like to bring up, you know, the past, you know, remember who you are, right? Remember in 2018, we made all of the draft picks. We thought we was on the right path or the right pace. And then all of a sudden, we felt like, hey, that wide receiver by committee, it ain't working. It ain't flying. It's not jiving right. So we went during that bye season, during the bye, we went and actually made a trade for Amari Cooper. You guys remember that? Let me know in the chat. Y'all remember the Amari Cooper trade. Y'all do know that we lost the first game when we went and got Amari Cooper, right? Against it was the Tennessee Titans. We lost that first game. Let me know if I'm lying. Put it down in the chat. Let me know if I'm lying. So what happened was we lost that first game. I remember people saying, see, we ain't doing nothing with Amari Cooper. We could have left him where he was at. we win. Well, no, we lose without him and we lose with him. We did all of that stuff. And there was a lot of people saying, no, we could have used that pick for something else. Remember? So then after that game, we went on a run. Not saying that we're going to go on a run now. Would love to have it, but hopefully that can happen. Marvin, sadly, the Joneses still haven't learned that the way they've been doing things for the last 25 years still isn't working. Shaking my head. Yeah, I feel you, fam. Do you think Stephen Jones is going to be a worse owner than Jerry Wayne? You got to put Wayne in there, man. Jones when Jerry's gone. Stephen Jones being worse than Jerry or Jara or Wayne. or Gerald. It's quite possible. It quite possible can happen. Objectively looking at this thing, we know that Stephen Jones were the Jones that said, no, we don't need a Deion Sanders. We good with the guys we got. Jerry was like, oh, hell no. They fought out of that thing. They said they got into a fisticuff almost. Look it up. Read it up. Post the facts down below when you guys get it. They was at fisticuffs and no, we don't need them. We don't need them. So my thing is, on one end, you got the conservative Jones, which is Stephen Jones. And on the other end, you got the gunslinger Jones, the daddy Jones. When they work together, they like this. They in the middle. But they fight over things. They fight over power. They fight over those small little issues there. So I really think that maybe the conservative Jones, he's not going to spend a lot of money. He got these little weird sayings that you overspend in free agency and we want to build from our guys and these sorts of things. Maybe the conservative Jones, if Jerry Wayne would ever step down or give the position of power away, and the conservative Jones, maybe he will have the foresight to say, you know what, I'm just going to be the owner. I don't want the general manager title. I'm going to let my dog, McClay, be the general manager. Finally, finally, he will get the, the title with the position, because right now he got the position without the title. And y'all already know what I talk about when I say those things. Marvin, man, come on, man. Come on with it, man. You coming with it, man. This Q&A session is fire, baby. He said, yes, he will, because he doesn't like to spend money. Yeah, man. Let me get some new faces up in here, man. Clifford, what's good, man? Steven is more conservative. He holding us back right now. Yeah. He not the gunslinger, Yeah. I would say some other stuff, but my mama be watching this show. Shout out to you, mama. I love you. Let me see what else we have. ABFL. When we got Cooper, Cowboys was a good team. Cowboys offense was on point with it. It's our defense. Now, when we got Cooper, we was 3-5, fam. It was crash and burn time, man. I heard people then talking about tanking. Tank. That's what people were saying. That was people was lamenting. Hey, we should tank. We should do this. Then we got Coop. We end up being 3-6. And then we went on that run, I believe, right? Or were we 3-4? Y'all help me out, man. There's been many a moons, but I do know that Cooper day one game, it was a loss to those crazy Titans. That was the game that somebody was dancing on the star, and I was mad. Oh, I was mad. I said, who's going to be able to get out there and stop them from dancing? It was one guy. He's no longer on this team. I'm going to put that as a quiz. Y'all post the name of the guy that came and defend the star. He's no longer on the team now. That's the hint. He's no longer on the team now. So who we have? O-line been our problem, and we haven't addressed it. This is from Gilmer. Gilmer, you 1,000% right. 1,000% right. We haven't had a healthy O-line since 2015. 2016, we had one of those makeshift offensive line that, we had to put a plug in the spot because Ron Leary was on the field, off the field. And that's when your boy La'el Collins, he was converted. I guess well, he wasn't converted, but he was forced to play as the guard position. And that's just how it goes from there. And we still had Doug Free. But that line, that offensive line, 2016 offensive line, I would take that line hands down between any offensive line between the 2017, 18, 19, and of course, this present day offensive line. Look at that. All y'all right. All y'all right. Jasper, you right. Terry, you right. Yeah. Decker, you right. Yeah. Y'all right, man. Any other questions? Y'all post them down below and I'll put you on the screen. Oh, also feedback time. If y'all like this version of live stream opposed to when I do the other way, let your dog know, let me know. Let me know if you like this version of the live stream. And I'm always building new ways. I'm always thinking outside of the box. I'm always trying to squeeze and stretch my mental capacity. And I'm always trying to figure this thing out, Cowboy Nation. That's the reality of it, you know. Real talk. I'm always trying to get better, baby. Although there's head office issues, the players still need to step it up. Missed assignments, yeah. Poor play, zero effort, unacceptable. Jonathan, man, you shout out to the beer gang. I see you down there, boy. I see you. Senior, you know, I already know Junior gonna grow his beard just like yours. I can't wait for me to get some of that salt and pepper, bro. It's gonna be real. I'm gonna be looking like Moses, you know. I'm gonna be looking like Moses when I do my live feeds. They're gonna be saying like, yeah, Law Nation is Moses now. He leading us, right? Yeah. My thing is, you're right. It bugs me when you hear players talking about that the defense is too complicated or the offense is too this. Well, I haven't heard anybody complain about the offense, but you get what I'm saying. Whenever you point the finger, you got 3 pointed back at you. Let me know if I'm wrong. You know, there's a lot of things in life that you have to do in order to graduate. You know, like from high school, from people that's way in high school, let me know. You still got to take college algebra in order to graduate, right? You got to still take algebra or pre-algebra, or you still got to take trigonometry, trig, or what have you. And some people would look at it and say to themselves, I would never, ever use the rainbow method in my life. I would never use the rainbow theory or the Kramer's law, you know, the Pythagorean theorem. I won't use this in my everyday life. Why do I got to take this thing? Because what it shows here, Cowboy Nation, is that you can stretch your mind. You can go places further than what is already designed for you to go. You can stretch and go a little bit inch further, right? So that's why when the coaches and the coaching staff say, hey, we want you to learn this defense because it's going to benefit you down the line, because I know it's complicated now, but if you can pick it up now, it will benefit you later down the line, because now you'll know where you're supposed to be at. But one thing, regardless, I don't care who you are, whether you coach in the middle school, pee-wee, high school, college, you know, JUCO, one thing you can't coach is effort. You can't coach effort. Effort is something that's deep down in the hearts of hearts, you know, of man, to reach out and stretch that out yourself. Boy, y'all don't have me to come in here and preach today, boy. Let me go back to Jonathan. I got some feedback. Let me say my brother from another mother, no other. Yeah. Love this version. Appreciate the platform, Law. Yes, Jonathan, really appreciate you, man. See, I love valuable feedback. Yeah. Yes, Moses, Akeem. Yes, I cannot believe it. Law, I apply biblical Bible to my everyday life, even to football. Yeah. I mean, the stories go so far from the biblical aspect even to the everyday life. Meshach, and Abednego. I hope I said those names right? But they determined, they was depending on their faith. They depended on their belief, right? And they said, no, I'm not finna change my thought and my process, because I'm comfortable and I believe in what I believe in. Y'all like me here today. Boy, there's some valuable lessons for life. They was comfortable and they believed in what they believed in. Let me know how their story ends, right? Those three, boy, they threw them in the fire. They said, man, it was so hot that when they was in the process of throwing them in there, the people that was going to throw them in there passed away, right? Then they looked off and they said, hey, I thought it was 3. Here's 4 of them in there. What? Hey, I can't count today. I thought it was 3. No, it's 4. Whatever God they serving, man, we're gonna have to serve that person, man, because if they can survive the fire, I want that some of God. You know, I want to serve that type of God, right? You can apply that to life, baby. Yeah. Still recovering from the loss to number 4. Yeah, Rodgers. It was sad because we was able to see the path and the pace that he was going to go. And I was thinking like, man, if this defense can ever just get on the same page. We was like me, my dog Voch Lombardi, Okoye, my dog Steele, and even Big Game James. We were saying, man, if this defense can just be average, boy, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we would have been further in ahead of where we at now. Earl Thomas was wearing Cowboys colors in his recent Instagram picture. I saw that picture. It didn't have a star on it though, but I feel you is in Dallas too. Not saying it's happening, but never know. This is from Jimenez. Yes, I saw that. I saw those colors. It had a little light blue on it. It wasn't that dark Cowboys blue though. But here's the situation. We know the Joneses are very stubborn to a degree. We do know that beginning in the starting of the year, there was a split in the fan base because there were some people saying that, hey, we don't want somebody like a Earl Thomas to destroy the chemistry, right? And all we've seen now from that time frame is the chemistry naturally being destroyed, right? So the problem is with that is this right here, Cowboy Nation, is sometimes you got to take the little risk, because even with Brandon Carr, he was complaining about the fact that this defense is not doing this and doing that from what we heard, right? So we can't be nothing much worse than what we are now. We are on a historic level of playing the worst defense, and not just Cowboys history, but in NFL history. They haven't been playing this horrible in defense collectively since the 50s and the 40s. I mean, God, dog, that's a long time. I wouldn't want that on my resume. I wouldn't want that on my name. If I'm Mike Nolan, I'm not saying that I'm going to give up, but I'm going to see how I can really say, okay, let me get George Edwards in this. Maybe we got too many Chiefs in here, you know, maybe we got too many people that used to be head coaches in here, the Tom Sulas, the other worlds. Maybe we bumping heads, the Joe Philbin. Well, maybe we got too many Chiefs in here, right? Here you go. Snacks is gone already. Is it Okeem Smith? Well, you can sign people from other people practice squad. So he's on the Seattle's practice squad. If the Cowboys really want to make that push, they can sign him off the Seattle's practice squad there. Also, Cowboy Nation, we got about 30 people watching. I really appreciate everybody that's watching right now. Well, 29 since I'm talking about it. Y'all stay on this feed. Do me a huge favor. Hit that share button and then put in the comment box, share, and I give you a shout out. Got to help me grow this channel. I do know that I'm primarily on YouTube, but I really want to grow the Facebook groove as well. That's why I'm independently talking on Facebook for at least a couple more minutes here. So if you guys can share this thing and tell a friend, neighbor, foe, hey, this guy, not James Harden now. You know, I'm 9 years older than James Harden, and my beard look a whole lot better, right? This guy named Law Nation, he spit Cowboys content, Cowboys talk, and he's a good dude, right? He's a good dude. It's like, he's a bad guy. Nah, but y'all tell people where to go and follow my page, man. Let's see what we have here. Mo, he says, oh, that was just a quick, commercial break. Orlando Scandrick said it wasn't worth the risk to bring Earl Thomas in to Dallas. Hey, he said it because he wishing that the Cowboys pick up the phone and call him. Right? Right. Like ain't risk. It's too much of a risk to call Earl, but hey, you can call me, but it's worth it right now. How worse can this be? Right? You giving up historic numbers, and I can tell you right now with the level of experience. Old folks say this all the time. A new broom can sweep the floor. That's good. But that old broom can get the corners. And I believe those old folks be right about that stuff. I think that Earl Thomas, he will be able to help out that backside tremendously. And he might do it in an ill-advised fashion, but those are ways that things working sometimes. You'd think that who did Michael Jordan punch in the face? Y'all help me out. Who did Michael Jordan punch in the face? He didn't punch him in the face because he just wanted to punch him in the face. He punched him in the face because he didn't do something right, right? Y'all let me know, who did Michael Jordan punch in the face? Help me out. Help me out. Raymond says, Earl Thomas, come home. Yeah. Eric Reed is still out there. There's less, and less drama. Yeah. Akeem says Scandrick can't say anything. I wouldn't listen to him, Yeah. Donald Clark says, okay, Steve Kerr. So you see, Michael Jordan punched Steve Kerr in the face. Newsflash. That was probably the only incident that was reported, if I can make any sense out of it. That was the only incident that was reported. Let me say it again. That was the only incident that was reported. There was multiple incidents probably that Michael Jordan was punching people in the gut, the face, knee them in the you-know-what, elbowed them on the way down, Sometimes people need to listen in those fashions. Now, newsflash, I think that Stephen Curry, right? But I say Steph Curry, Stephen Kerr, messing up his name. I was not a big Bulls fan growing up. I was a big Lakers fan, but nevertheless, I think that Kerr utilized that for the rest of his life and applied it to his life journey, applied it to his coaching philosophy, applied it to his everyday business functionalities. Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Look. I really appreciate you, Bond. Because see, by you sharing it now, Tupac and Biggie can see it, man. I really appreciate you, man. Really do. Where's Eric Berry? Somebody back there. This is from Akeem Smith. The story in the backdrop is with Eric Berry. He got an assist on his Achilles that was ruptured, what have you. And at any time, that assist can rip apart, and nobody's really going to try to take that particular risk without some type of clauses on there. And to me personally, I think that the brother probably need to retire, put his official paperwork in. And I know that's a hard process. Even Tony Romo have yet to put in his official paperwork to retire. It means a lot to some of these players out here, man. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Rogers, Scandrick nickname is Toast. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mo, really appreciate you, man, for sharing. Sharing is caring all the way, man. I really do. Cowboy Nation. Let me know if you guys like this stream, man. For those who's watching it on rerun, really appreciate each and every last one of you all. My thing is, let me talk about the Washington, because I'll have a false title up there if I didn't talk about the Washington team. They benched their #1 draft pick in Dwayne Haskins a couple of weeks ago, I believe, or last week, whatever it was, and they moved him all the way back to the third string. Y'all saw when I did a video with Ed Oliver, not the one that played for the professional football team, but he got his own YouTube page. Shout out to Fan to Fan Network. We work in conjunctions together on that particular network as well. But my thing is, Cowboy Nation, I think that they're going to have the Kyle Allen. I think that's how you say the kid's name, the other quarterback. He's like a Brett Favre-ish type of guy, but more on the interception side. He gives the ball away to the opposing team. And he's one of those guys. What we got over here? And I'm going into more details, but I didn't know he could show this big old one. JD, what's good? He says, what's up, Law? Can we trade for coaches? Laugh out loud. I wish we got Dan Campbell as a head coach. He would have made us what we should have been running for years. That is smash mouth football, just like the Tennessee. And guess what? Controlling the ground game covers up the warts on the defense. This scheme doesn't match all players defensively. I don't know if the scheme will work in Dallas. I honestly think Edwards needs to be moved to the defensive coordinator. I'm reading it in my voice, of course. All personnel fits his scheme better than Nolan. Plus, he has a better track record. We have to get it. And then it doesn't show me the rest of it. I'm going to work that out one day or another, but JD post the rest of it. All right. So yeah, I agree. Dan Campbell, I'm supposed to be talking about Washington, but I love talking about my Cowboys. Screw Washington right now. The Washington team. Let's say this right quick. I wish the Cowboys would have, and you guys go all the way back, because I'm glad about YouTube and Facebook. These things don't go away. The video stays up forever. But I wanted us to go get Urban Myers, right? I wanted us to go out there and grab him. Why, Lord? Why? I think that he worked with Ezekiel Elliott. Was Urban Meyer the coach over there when Ezekiel Elliott was running the ball? Somebody help me out, you know. And I think that he worked in conjunctions with Alex Smith, who had a similar, you know, and I'm not calling Dak Prescott Alex Smith or what have you, but he worked with him. Let me know if I'm lying. He worked with Tim Tebow. You know, Urban, you know, he knows how to handle those type of quarterbacks that, you know, you don't want to get them 50 to 60 passes in a game, which, you're right, you don't want nobody to throw that many times. But you get what I'm saying, right? And those quarterbacks, also the coach, Dan Mullen, I think that he comes from the same coaching tree as Urban, right? So you got so many similarities there with the coaching philosophy, right? Let me know if I'm wrong. And I admit I fall on the sword. And I think that Urban Meyer was a program builder, meaning that when he was in Florida, it worked out, right? And I know people were saying that, hey, man, he got some skeletons in his closet. He's a douchebag and what have you. But when you win in multiple locations, that means you know how to rebuild. You know how to work with talent. And you, for dog sure, know how to work everything. And when you pull up those old videos that I showcased on this channel or my YouTube, to type in Law Nation Urban Meyer, you probably see the video. Not only did he got his fingerprints on the offense. Let me shake my fingers like this. He got his fingerprints on the special teams. He got his fingerprints. Put over here. He got his fingerprints on the defense. See, I want my fingerprints all over my team. I want to know every little thing about my team. I want to feel. I want to touch every single solitary situation. I want to be able to have my philosophy permeating throughout and echoing throughout the entire team. I want to have my fingerprints everywhere. Fingering everything. I want to know the nooks and the crevices and the cracks and the hearts and the souls and the minds of my people. I want to be able to identify with their parents, with their brothers, with their cousins, Tupac and Biggie, whoever else on the side of their family, what favorite music they listen to, right? So that in a pinch in a time, that if anybody have something to say about me, they come to me because they done already built that trust. Even through this pandemic, I want to be able so that people can say, hey, we trust this guy. Joseph Lewis, man, really appreciate you, man. Really appreciate you. He says facts. So that's what I want. And when I was looking at Mike McCarthy, I was so fixated, let me fall on the sword, on the fact that we got somebody new, right? We got a new groove. We gone from Jason Garrett. I literally said, bring us anybody but Jason Garrett for another year. And lo and behold, we got our wishes, right? We got them. We got them. And it's not something that we really wanted. It was not something we really wanted because Mike McCarthy, right now, we really don't see that levels of difference, those worlds of difference. Outside of one game when they made some type of shift in the adjustments and they brought in some offensive linemen and they switched it around, forgot the game, but they kicked Zach Martin at tackle or what have you. I think it could be the Atlanta Falcons game. Timothy, what's good? He says Urban said it would have been his dream to coach in Dallas. Oh my God. Yes. And he was watching Jerry he was waiting on Jerry to call him for the job. So did you had on a silver platter, but and Jerry declined it, but Jerry declined it. So we did have him on a silver platter, or Urban Meyer, so UM on a silver platter. Timothy, yes. Yes. We had him on a silver platter. Hey, and the last coach to win us multiple look, the only coaches that won us Super Bowls from Jerry Jones' administration are coaches who used to coach in college, right? Of course, Jimmy Johnson being the first person to swing at it, and Barry Switzer. They come from college, right? I would just do it just off of that. GP, these college coaches coming in. Maybe they can identify with these younger players, and he would know all of the stuff as it relates to scouting the guys coming out of college. It'd been too much like right? Just go back. I promise people, man, just go back and just listen to the one-on-one interviews of Urban Myers, the program that he does, I think, with CBS and beyond, and go back and listen to a Mike McCarthy. I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, you're going to lean on Urban Myers and say, you know what, this guy seems like he knows a little bit more. You know, yes, Mike McCarthy is a retread and the Urban Myers is the unknown, but bring me the unknown, and at least he knows everything about Ezekiel Elliott. And you paid Ezekiel Elliott $90 million. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I'm supposed to be off this stream about 30 minutes ago, man. I promise you, I literally said I'm going to jump on for 10 minutes, but see how I love you guys, man. I know I love you all because I'm overstepping my time frame. All right, nepotism is a disease that Jones organization organize with this team. How are we doing now with no Dak? There's a big elephant in the room. Dallas tolerate Dak. They don't appreciate him. He has the Donovan McNabb syndromes, even though he's light-skinned. I guess light-skin plays a major role in that too. But yeah, I feel exactly what you're saying. You know, my hooked on funnies reading level is improved a little bit. But here's the situation. Nepotism, cronyism, all of those isms is a bad thing. But most small companies do. This is like a mom and pops. Most mom and pops businesses do have that cronyism / nepotism going on. And that's what they run it like, a mom and pops. Yeah, unfortunately, Urban would have challenged Jerry Jones on how he coached the Cowboys. Akeem, you're 1000% right on that. All right, Cowboy. Now I'm getting the phone messages here. I got to set up for another what do you call that? Collab, and it's going to be with the wonderful Candy Locker Room. I know you guys saw the video that I posted with her last week. I think it was last week or the week before last. So we're going to collab again, and so we're about to do another video. It's about 10 to 15-minute video, but I really appreciate everybody for tuning in for this beautiful On the Fly show. We didn't talk about the Washington team long enough, but I'm going to tell you guys, watch out for a guy named Scary Terry. He can take the top off the defense, top of his routes. He's very rickety. He's a guy that we have to watch out for. I think Gibson is the running back, so we're going to have to watch out for him. Those two guys, and on the defensive side of the ball, their whole front four. Don't let what their sack additions is be the major de facto, because they can still get pressure. And Ryan Kerrigan, I don't know why he's so underrated. He's not getting multiple snaps this season, but he can get to the quarterback. I think he got like 3.5 sacks already. We would love for our guys to get 3.5 sacks outside of Alden. And they got a guy named Fuller. Watch out for him. He got 4 interceptions for the season. When I had Ed Oliver on, I said, man, if we can get somebody to have 4 interceptions in one season, we will build a statue in his honor and put him right beside Sky Mirror. You know, we'll put him right beside and say, this guy was the mighty Cowboy who got multiple interceptions in one year. Barry won with Jimmy team, so you and I could have won that coaching with that coaching Steve. This is from Stephen Gibson. Yeah, 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 he did won it. Yeah, yes, he did. But Barry had to, manage some things though. Had to call some plays though. Let me see if I can give you this for on time for my guy JD. Really appreciate you. The problem with Jerry Jones is not the players he bring in; it's the vision of the coaches he brings in. We need a coach that barks. Exclamation mark, show emotions. Yes, yes, yes. Demands respect, hold this team accountable. This is culture changing. Does McCarthy checks any of those boxes? Yeah, he does. Now, McCarthy, when he grew the beard out, maybe it was the beard power. He would get in the face of Aaron Rodgers. He would get in the face of the aficionados. But he's more of like the robotic Mike McCarthy right now, Cowboy Nation. He is. That's been my time, Cowboy Nation. I really appreciate you all for yours. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk and beyond. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. I hope you guys like this stream. I don't have no outro music on this platform, but just give me some fire emojis, man. Somebody give me some fire emojis. Y'all know I'll be like 300 in this thing down right now. Somebody please give me some fire emojis. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Yeah, Mike Nolan. Should be fire. Yeah, somebody give me some fire, please, 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 please give me some fire emoji. I'm begging for them. There we go. It's the Ravens. My bad. Yeah, I got some fire emoji from you, Paul. Get some more fire emojis, man. Somebody get there we go. There we go. Yeah. It make my beard grow, baby. It does. Yeah, Stephen Gibson. Yeah, let me some fire emojis, man. I really appreciate you, man. That's what I'm talking about. I'm crunk now. I could run through a wall. Down, said, hot. I'm out, baby. Peace.